Okay, so there's a lot going on today. I have a last minute art show. I had an event coordinator reach out to me Monday afternoon and she said, hey, I have an opening for my Wednesday afternoon market. If you're interested, this is a market I've been trying to get into and there's been a wait list. A couple weeks ago, she reached out to me saying the same thing, but I had a prior obligation and could not go, and I told her to just keep me in mind because I definitely want to try out this market. So I said, why not? It's definitely very last minute. I've never done a market this late in the game, but you know, I'm definitely willing to try to see if it works and see if this is something that I want to do regularly at this place. They do a farmer's market every Wednesday afternoon between May and October. And it's kind of a newer market, but it's at a very great location. So I'm really interested to see how my art does there. I feel like I haven't shown my art at a great location yet. I feel like I haven't done a market at a good location. I am excited to see the response and see how it does there. The booth fee is also just $40, which is really nice. I think that will increase my probability of turning a profit. I had to very quickly get some new weights for my tent on Amazon. I still have to go to the bank today to get some cash. I'm like charging my credit card machine. I had to make some new prints for stuff that I haven't even made prints for yet, and my printer wasn't working. So then I was like on the phone with tech support. So lots been going on this morning, but you know, I'm still excited. I'm still excited to go. It's also gonna be outdoors. I usually don't do outdoor venues, particularly in the summer, for that reason. It's gonna be hot as hell. Luckily, just a few days prior, I bought one of those like portable battery pack fans. So that's definitely coming with me. And I think might be the saving grace for this whole thing. I think I'm gonna get my money's worth today alone. All right, so we're here. This is the first time I've ever unloaded and set up my booth without any help. My husband is at work and we could not plan accordingly because it was such short notice, but we're gonna make it through. I'm only worried about the tent coming up by myself. The rest I can handle, but it's gonna be a big job for one person. And by the grace of the art market gods, I got to park right next to my spot to load in. Turn her off for a minute for audio purpose, but this right here, this is baby girl. I don't know what I'd do without this baby. Okay, so it's the morning after my last minute art market. Let's talk about it. So it was about 85 degrees, and that's not terrible here for July, but I definitely got overheated. I was able to pull right up to my spot, luckily, but as I was getting everything out, I was having to do a lot of up, down to put my pegboards up, and I don't know, I think like the blood just rushed to my head and it was just too much with the heat. And I was trying to put it up for like an hour, and then I would put up the pegboards and then a huge gust of wind would come through. It was pretty windy and the whole thing would knock down. One time it landed on me. People were getting concerned. So it turns out the feet for the pegboards are not great in the wind. That's not something that I have had to deal with yet. But luckily I thought to bring some zip ties, and I was able to zip tie them to the tent, and without those, honestly, I don't think I would have been able to show last night. Luckily my husband was able to come and help me set up about 20 minutes before the show started. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have had any sort of booth. It was like 30 minutes before showtime and I had nothing up. I was like sitting on a chair with the big fan on me. I had a drink in one hand to rehydrate. I was like, there's nothing up. I have nothing to show, and it starts in 30 minutes. So nonetheless, we got it put up. I hate to say it, but it was kind of all for nothing. It was a really slow show. The event coordinator, when he came by, was telling us that it was slower than normal. Basically, he said that they have around 35-ish vendors on a regular basis that come every week, and about half of them were on vacation or out of town. That's why I was able to show in the first place. That's why I was even offered a spot for that week. And I know others took advantage of that as well. As a result, a lot less vendors were there, and then just a lot less people in general were there. It's a shame too, because it's a great location. It's a really popular area in Nashville. I expected from that foot traffic alone for this to be successful, and I was wrong. To give you sort of a look into that, I kind of broke down my prices hour by hour, like how much I made each hour. The first 2 hours I was there, I counted, there were only like 3 groups of people would actually come into my booth. First hour, 3 groups walked into my booth. Second hour, 3 groups walked into my booth. It did pick up some. There wasn't a lot of people walking by in general. Luckily, the booth fee for this was pretty low. It was $40. That's the lowest I've ever seen, and especially for such a popular area, I was surprised. However, the foot traffic definitely reflects that price. I do wonder if I went like during the school year, when a time where people like aren't out of town, I wonder if that would greatly influence my sales. I really think it would. Like I think I'll consider like going back in October or something. And that way that booth price will actually like really be worth it. So I sold in total $62 worth of merchandise. The booth fee was $40, which means I made a $22 profit over a 4-hour market. So definitely not great, probably not worth going. This is what I sold. I sold 1 banana pudding sticker, 1 cherry pie sticker, 1 8x10 Diet Coke print, 1 blue corgi sticker, 1 5x7 frame, 1 Dr. Pepper print 5x7, 1 Diet Coke print 5x7, 1 Chihuahua sticker, 1 Diet Coke sticker, 1 Purple Pug sticker, and 1 Dachshund sticker. Was it worth driving almost an hour there, getting heat fatigued, being there from probably like 2 p.m. to 8:30? No. But, you know, I'm a big believer in knowing what does not work for you is probably just as important, or not more important, than knowing what does work for you. And I'm finding out this year, okay, these are the shows that don't work for me. So I kind of need to completely shift directions. And I will say that this market was a definite shift from what I've been doing before. So it's still good to try these things and figure out, does your stuff fit in there? Is it worth going? Is it worth my time? Is it worth the money, etc.? There's a big show I'm looking forward to doing later this year. The applications aren't open yet, but I'm really hoping I get into there because it's like a 2 or 3 day market. It's a big well-known thing. It's indoors, which is also a plus. I'm definitely not done for the year. I've got a couple more in the pipeline at least. And again, I'll definitely consider going back to this one. I think once school gets started and people are kind of forced to not be on vacation, that we'll see more vendors, we'll see more people coming. Thanks for watching this week's video. If you guys know of any great markets in the Middle Tennessee area, let me know in the comments. Have you guys done any really bad markets lately? Let me know. I'm gonna keep doing art market videos like this and telling you guys the absolute breakdown of how much these market costs how much I made, is it worth it? I'm gonna be telling you all the nitty gritty to give you guys a true look into it, a realistic view into what doing an art market is like. If you want to keep seeing content like this, definitely subscribe, because every market I do, I plan to do a vlog to break it down. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.